Good afternoon, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XM and Future Digibite OG. So I'm going to give you guys some predictions, but first I want to go over my list. Then we're going to get into some crypto predictions and how high we can go and then how far we're going to crash, because a lot of you guys are asking me and I'm going over my whole list. Dow Jones is up 0.97% to 34,203. That is getting dangerously close to this end of this pattern, guys. We're in the head. We're getting awfully close to finishing off the small cup and handle in the Dow. Then it expect crashes. A lot of these are forming patterns. The US dollar currency index, so the US dollar index, the UDI, is at 91,797. Basically the same. It still has a handle on 91.79. Crude oil has 73.06, up 0.21%. Commerce Resource is up 1.38%, a fantastic buying spot. I'm up to about 6,100. We could come down a tiny bit lower, but it looks like we're creating that inversion I was waiting for, so it hit my line beautifully. So I bought more right when it hit that line, so I got like 6,100 or 6,200 shares of these at about 21.5 cents. So I'm very happy with my positioning, and I'll just keep buying more. Gold's down 0.15% to 1775. Platinum's up 0.5% to 1,093.96. Silver's up 0.20% to 25.90. Fortuna Silver Mine is down 0.09% and is at $5.68. All these are at great buying prices. Copper's up 0.2% at $4.31 a pound. Barrett Gold's up 0.19% to $21 even. B2 Gold's even at $4.35. You guys know I have 646 shares at about 443 range. Kinross Gold's up 1.4. And by the way, B2 Gold raised their dividend to 3.6%. So looking very healthy at 3.6%. Kinross is up 1.42% at $6.45. Yamana's down 0.11% to $4.35. Hecla Mining continues to rebound, up 1.34%. Almost back up to $8 at $7.96. AU's up 0.91% at a very, very nice buy zone of 4,996. GPL's at a very healthy 66.83 after that mining collapse with that major storm. They're getting that worked out by the end of the year. It's one of their 3 major mines, so obviously we took a 31% hit, roughly. So that's starting to rebound nicely. They have great buying ranges. RDSA's up 1.36% and started getting back some of its losses up to 41.84. And VOD continues to get hammered, down 4.23% to $17.77, and this could continue to retrace a little bit. I expect it to come up to form that W at 1850 and then maybe sideways up consolidate, and then it could dip back down, but we'll see. It's being hindered on the dollar index raising that, and RDSA was getting hit a little bit by the what happened. ADA's up 10.94% to $1.38. ADA, after this rising wedge ends, because we're in a bearish pattern, we're in a consolidation. This is a bearish continuation pattern, so it's up to the wedge, back down. This is going to be a nice drop. So I keep telling you, 88 cents is a firm short-term target. We're going to go much farther, guys, much farther with ADA. I keep trying to warn you guys, this is going to go much farther. You're going to be looking somewhere at 40-cent ADA down in the near future, next week and a half, 2 weeks. You guys think I'm joking, but I'm not. Ethereum still has a little bit to go, I believe. Not much, but maybe to that 2100 range. But then Ethereum, the short-term target, is going to be all the way down here at 1700. And then if it breaks through that, we're going real quick to 1390 and then much farther. We're going to break down past 1,000 and into that $800 and $500 range eventually. I'm not going to, kick you in the balls too much right now. I'm just going to show you the real targets that are coming up. Filecoin, you get up to that $62 range if you're lucky. Like I said, we're finishing off these rising wedges. We have no volume, which is very bearish. We're in a descending triangle, which is also very bearish. And we're in a bearish continuation pattern, which is the ultimate of bearish, especially when we finish off this cup and handle. If we do, we've already finished off, like I'm trying to warn you guys, the first part of this cup and handle down here now with all of these. We just passed over the first cup and handle that we were talking about for the 2 that we could hit today. So just keep that in mind. very dangerous gambling spot right now because these are starting to finish off these patterns. Matic has maybe a little bit, but look, it came up to the 123 line perfectly. Then 139 is where it can go, and then down to 88 as we've talked about before. And then it goes much worse as the weeks come on, but I'll update you. But I'm going to give you immediate targets. Stratus, again, we're finishing off these patterns, guys. And Stratus's upper resistance line is right here, so... And if we were going to continue to go, I mean, this pretty much finishes it off right here. So we'll see. And then Stratus would have to come back down just under $1 for the double bottom, but then it's going to come much worse. I believe we might have a retrace like that before we can push back up. But so anywhere from that 85 to 99 range is very high bet. IOTA, like I said, for all intents and purposes, these all are finishing off this initial cup and handle at 85 cents for IOTA. But it could, like I said, there's the chance that these can go up, so that would be 98 cents. If it can find volume. If they don't find volume, these are coming to a very quick end, guys. And then IOTA, the first retrace target would be around 63 cents. And I'm going to leave these on here so you guys can revisit this. And then you're looking at that 54 cent retrace or 56 cent retrace level. If it falls below that. Algo, you've already finished off the initial cup right about 88.21. Like I said, you have the chance to go up here. And like I said, guys, you could possibly keep finishing these off, and you can just go across your cryptos, and I'll do this for some of them at the same level, but this one's more defined. So these are all the areas that we could be looking at if we found volume. With no volume, you finish off this 89 to 95 range, and then you consolidate back down if you can't find volume. And right now, it's very bearish. We haven't found any new volume, and that's very bearish. Bitcoin, I've made it no secret. I think it's got a date with 36,000, and I told you to put all of your other ones in perspective, and then these are the dates with Bitcoin in the short term on the downside. And when I say short term, I mean short term. A week and a half would be probably pushing under 26,000, maybe a week. Not even. Yeah, maybe a week, because we're going to have to build down, and we're going to have to finish off this pattern. So, like I say, these are long developing patterns. XRP, you see the levels. Technically, this cup and handle, like I said before, I was just trying to show you guys for point of reference, but that's the actual first cup and handle, which it finished off. Then we got the 78, and then we would have the 88 cent range, and if we could pass that, then we'd have some other things to talk about, but we would have to find volume to get up this 84 cent range. So that's how it looks in the short term. If XRP breaks down under that 51, 52 level, I haven't made it any secret. Your first retrace would probably come down to 46, and then you've got a 42. But if you break that 42, you're instantly coming to the 38, and then you've only got 34 to hold you up in the 30s. So now we're starting to get to some serious levels, guys, and I'm going to keep these on here for future reference. XLM, like I said, for all intents and purposes, XLM as well, more so than others, you know, is still a tiny bit behind. So I expect XLM could come up to like 27, 28, probably 28 to finish off this first section. If it was feeling ambitious and found some volume, it could get up to about 30 and a half, roughly. But other than that, with no volume, these are top ends, guys. It could almost roll over on itself right now with no volume, which is the hard truth. Some of these are already at their upper resistance. So I'm trying to do this as transparent as I can so you guys can see exactly what I'm thinking. This would have been upper at 5 cents, and that's what I told you guys. That's the upper rollover spot. It already went over its lower cup and handle for all intents and purposes, blew off the top a little bit. So now we look at it to trade in between the upper resistance and the support lines. So we need to see how it trades between the lines. Lewis! I need to know how it trades. Lewis! The lines can go between the lines. Lewis! The trading volume can move up and down. Lewis! Right now we're at mid-support. Lewis! How do I know if it's going to be descending or ascending after this mid-support? Lewis. If it doesn't bounce between the lines, Lewis. And then, well, Tom, I've been missed being around. It's all right, Bob. You know, we had to take care of some stuff. Well, Tom, I completely agree with some of the shit you've been talking about the last few days. I apologize. Bob, why do you apologize? Well, I got caught up in the FUD and I blamed you. No, I get it, Bob. It's okay. But, Bob, you know whose help we need? We need Frank's help. If any of you guys watch InfoWars, Frank, I need your help, Frank. Frank, I need your help. So there's a few Franks that have been giving me a hard time the last few days. So I need your help, Frank. I need your help, Frank. I need you to get the word out, Frank. Okay, Frank. So now we've got Lewis. We've got Lewis. Nobody's talking about you, Lewis. This is DGB, Lewis. I can't even know your name, Lewis. Your name isn't Lewis on YouTube, Lewis. And then we've got good Lewis. Everybody loves Lewis. Nobody hates Lewis. Lewis. That's good Lewis. And then we have Lewis. We need the support and resistance lines. Lewis. Do I have to show Ohio State beats the shit out of Michigan all the time? Lewis. I think we're going to have to. Lewis. With V-Chain. Lewis. Okay, so basically, guys, with V-Chain, you're looking at that 8-6. And V-Chain, in my opinion, is a tiny bit behind finishing off its cup and handle. And then we've got these. So, you know, basically, let's get the handy pen out. Hate this fucker because it always messes up on me. So, here's Michigan, guys. U of M. OSU. So, Michigan gets the ball. We're getting excited, guys. We got over the 50-yard line. Oh, we got past the support. And then if we even got past there, we'd get killed. Michigan gets the ball. Oh, shit. You know, those are the scenarios. And then we're going to try to fight back up, and Michigan gets rejected again. Then we're going to try to fight. You know, and it's going to be one of these things where it keeps beating the shit out of us back down. And before you know it, you're going to be getting sub 5 cent V-Chain. Oh, yes, you are. And eventually, we're going to be getting towards that 2-3 cent V-Chain. I have a long stacking target on V-Chain that people got mad, so I took it down. When V-Chain was at 21 cent range or 18 cent range, I put a target down here, and people a lot of people left my channel that like V-Chain, so I took it down. You know, I didn't want people to freak out, but that, in the short term, we have to come back down to like 5.9. And then if we fail that, guys, it's going to be a very, very steep drop into that 4.7, 4.8 range. So that's what you're looking at on V-Chain in the short term. It's not going to be pretty once we start consolidating and liquidating more. ZIL. Again, ZIL is kind of behind like V-Chain. I thought ZIL would get up to about 8.3. And then we had the chance to get up here. If we fail and have no volume, we will come down to 6 cents easy. And then because of that structure we built, I think 5.4 is in play on this next rebound. XDC, you've got the two-step approach. You can either get the 6.1 or 6.39. Ah, shit. Or if you somehow got a bunch of volume and pushed up here, which I don't see this happening, but that's the top of it. But it's never going to happen. Immediately, you come down to 4.6 and double bottom once you fail. And then it's going to be much worse. I believe 3.8 is on the table before we would have a significant bounce if we get rejected here. Because we're going to have to give all this back. As high up as we go on a bearish continuation pattern, we're going to fucking give it all back and then some from where the double bottom is. So it's not going to be pretty, guys. It's going to be actually really ugly once this happens. So then you have the H-bar ones. If we somehow push past, because we pushed past the first level, we get to the second level. Then we got the third level, right up about 21 cents. And then around 23 cents, we got the top level. Wait a minute. And then when we come down, H-bar, Hedero. Sounds like a cigar. I got to my Hederos in. Voila, I got to the Hedero. Okay, so, and then you're looking at this range on an immediate come down if we have to break through that. It's just that simple. And I hope these numbers end up being in play quicker so that I can make a nice swing trade again and get my account over another. Because this next swing trade could be a huge, huge swing trade, the one I'm looking for. Then obviously if we somehow broke support and got the 150 or resistance and got the 155. But guys, Litecoin is it's not looking good, guys. And we got to come back down to about 105. We break through that, and if we break through that 100 support, we're coming down to 92 and trying to find some support that was there before we initially broke over 100. Like I said, I've dissected these patterns over months, some over years. You got AMP, which is a latecomer. It could very well push up to 7.5, but it's got an immediate date with Destiny down here at 5.0, and then about 4 if it breaks through that, because it's going to have a significant retrace to pick support. I'm just telling you guys right now. Dot, it's the same thing. 1833 at the top end. I know if I was you guys, I'd be looking for somewhere between 1693 and 1830 because that's where it looks like it's going to push. But after that, so remember, guys, this is why it's not worth it for me. Once it comes down, zero question, we come right back down to there. But because we would be coming back down on a bearish continuation and we'd have to move down that much farther on the continuation, so then you draw it out to the end. I'm not going to do it, but that's how I get these numbers. Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing does a great job. You guys know my brother. He's got 318 subscribers now. I believe he should already be partner, but because he gives out the truth, he may not be as up to date on the ISO 20022 or the Hyperledger, but when it comes to charting, there's nobody better. So you guys need to pay attention to him. He knows his shit. And just because he hates crypto doesn't mean that his information's any less valid. I know some of you guys won't follow him just because you're like, oh, he doesn't believe in the ISO. It doesn't matter. You want somebody who doesn't believe in that shit so they can give you an unbiased charting. Remember that. He doesn't care about it, so he doesn't care if it goes up or down. He's going to tell you. He wants to give you guys good news. He doesn't want to keep telling you guys the stuff's going down. He'd much rather be able to tickle your balls with real information, but he's not going to do it. He's like me. He's not going to tickle your balls so that you guys follow his channel. So here's Theta. And then we go to Shiba. And I told you that I've already had these targets on here for Shiba. And then if it can get up here, you can get up here. But I highly doubt that. There's no volume. It's just that simple, guys. And then I fear Shiba is going to come down into the 4.8 range before it could even have another retrace if it fails to 5.63. Because that's going to be a long-standing thing down to like 0.00001 possibly. Like all the way to the zeros to the last section, then 1. Quant's a tough one, guys. I don't think Quant has enough to get over 84 again, but it's not. I don't think it's going to get there. But remember, it's got an immediate trace almost in half from 84. And then much worse, guys. When I went on the chart, then you got to go to 35, and it just becomes a nightmare. And then we got AGI for my brother, Ahmed. Sniper. So best case scenario, Sniper. If you're still in this, you're looking at a 15.8, which we're basically at. You could get this 16.74. Or top end, you get this 19.11. But the moment it comes back down, your immediate retrace level is down to 11 cents. And then if it doesn't hold that, I got some bad news for you because it goes all the way down another 12% roughly to catch that next support line on AGI. And then we go to Ren. Ren still has a tiny move to be made, in my opinion, to 36.80 if it's going to get up there. And then it could have its bigger move up to 41. And then we've got another level if it could somehow break. And I noticed this. If we could break both of those, you'd be in business for about $45. The problem is if you're holding out for $45 once it gets there, you're basically cutting by about 70% from the top. And then this one has to find support if it fails at around the $25 mark. So that's going to be a nice steady drop again. Maybe even farther to the $20. So I hope this helped you guys. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire at the side bet on next summit. Future Digibyte OG. If you want to donate, links in the description. If you want to subscribe to Tom's Army, links also in the description. $9.99 a month. Become part of the most exclusive and elusive subscription-based service on YouTube. I suggest you guys watch this once, twice, 3 times is a luck. So once, fail. Twice, fail. 3 times is a charm. So watch it. Stay true, stay blessed. Hashtag be better, do better.